savior machine.
Absolutely. President Joe said, I can't handle this anymore. So he got a big computer in to do it for him, and the computer solved all the problems, and they do so. He said, well, I've got to start making problems again, otherwise I can't. But just follow me, all you people, and we'll keep going, because energy's got to keep trekking on. Rock has developed very strongly its own mythology, and later on, I guess, we should play something with phonetics in, but the whole idea of developing its own language was always there. I think that's mistaken for romance sometimes. I think that rock really needed a mythology and has really started to develop one.
Could you explain that a little bit more? Because I'm not sure I get it.
Well, in regard to myself, the one I'm closest to is Ziggy Stardust, who became a real mythological character. And I think that the whole idea of having some kind of other world, which rock really represents to me, it's another world, it's a world of thought, where you can have a sort of experimental playground and do dangerous things without anybody actually taking many risks, other than ideas risks. And because you've got that little world, you start peopling it with things, and you people it with Tommies and Ziggies and all these little crazy characters.
Is it a violent
language
world?
and attitudes.
Is it a violent world?
Oh yes, it's splendidly violent. But it's safe to be violent, because you can go in and be violent and do things that otherwise you wouldn't do in so-called real life. But you can do those things in music. You can take those chances and create accidents. And the only thing that happens is interest.
There are those critics who say that the Ziggy Stardust album and the Spiders from Mars, some critics say that that's still the peak of your creative expression through music, that is your greatest work so far. Would you agree?
Some critics don't know death is old-fashioned. Well, that's an opinion.
Just an opinion.
Yeah.
But again, to ask the same question, is it an album that you can still, hear on the radio if you happen to turn a station on and feel good and proud of that work?
Oh yes, I can live with that. I liked it very much at the time, and I go in and out of periods of liking it and not liking it. I think if I'm writing something new, I dislike it intensely, but when I've finished writing or finished recording, I can look back at the work I've done and be fairly non-objective about it. I can listen to it as just music and not part of me. But when I'm writing, all the music I've ever done becomes part of me again, and I constantly loathe it.
Is that why Ziggy became kind of a problem for you in a way?
Very much so, I think, yeah. He did dominate a lot of the early albums, really. It took at least Aladdin Sane to get rid of him.
But he dominated more than just your music, though. He really dominated you, in a sense. Ziggy did.
Yes, yeah. I was quite happy to let him do it at the time. But, of course, it got to a stage where it was unbearable, where I really found it hard to shake him off.
I guess this would be a good point to play something from Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars.
How about that? Yes. Do you want me to choose something?
Absolutely. It's your show.
Oh, God.
I mean, I can make suggestions.
What are your suggestions?
Well, I mean, Suffragette City is a song that I never get tired of hearing, either on the record or when you do it on stage. It's still a highlight on a stage show, and it's a powerful piece of rock and roll.
I think Suffragette City is a very good example of that album.